Hey, you really do on this one. Yeah, like it wasn't the episodes were good last night, but um uh later in the week will be better.
Does your shirt say Iceman?
Captain Obvious.
He said something as soon as you came on.
That's like the password of everything in my life. Iceman's like the password of every. So if you guys want to go into my bank account and take my $3, it's all yours.
Now we can
That's
drain
right.
your fucking bank account of it $3.
Yeah, you can get a Blendini for $3.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
NFL Week 17. One pick wonders.
You get some reverb, Scott.
It's Dan. NFL one pick wonders. Week 17. We suck at our picks. Dan, you're back feeding.
I'm number one. My
Dan,
pick came in free.
your mic is back feeding.
Not feeding?
You're back. We're getting reverb from you, Dan.
Oh.
Yeah, you're back feeding. Turn your mic on and off again. See if it fixes it.
Okay. Good, bad.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're back feeding. Well, just mute your mic for a second. Mute it for a second. NFL Week 17, one pick wonders. I am the producer. Top right is the office. Top left is the 5 head of knowledge. Bottom left is the sports betting guru. The office. Where are we at with our picks?
Let me bring this up here really quick. I'll show you our terrible statistics because we're not afraid to admit it.
Did anyone win last week?
Yeah, Dan and I did. So
Okay.
Scott is 6-10, the loser of 7 in a row.
You're supposed to wear a bag. You're supposed to wear a bag.
I got a bucket. That's all I could come up with.
Where is it? I don't see it.
Brian's.
There we go. There we go.
All right. Brian's 4-12, loser of 2 in a row. Dan's the sad thing is Dan's the leader.
That's good TV right there. That's good.
Dan's the leader of the pack
That's
at
good
8-8, winner 3 in a row, and then I'm 7-9. I won last week on my Eagles pick. I'm 3-0 on the Eagles this season. So we're 3-9. Look, we're 3-9 on the underdogs. We lost another one last week. We're 39% overall for the season, so not very good. But we do better in the playoffs as we discussed last week. So.
I'm sorry.
Can I still win?
Yo, remember Fat Albert? Remember the guy in Fat Albert? Mushmel? Was it Mushmel?
Can I still win for the season if I win all the rest of it?
Possibly. Hey, Brian, do me a favor, Brian. Mute your mic real quick, Brian. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to mute your mic, Brian? Did you do it? No response.
Yeah, I'm trying
He
to see
doesn't
my
he
picks.
hear us.
It's Dan's fucking mic's not mine.
Oh, is yours back on, Dan?
It's Dan's.
Oh, I didn't know Dan turned his back on.
It's Dan's. Dan's got the echo.
Oh, I didn't know Dan put his back on. So.
I'm going to do my pick with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. consolation games come with a must-win story for the Buccaneers. They fell to second in the NFC South after its loss to Carolina last week. Those teams meet again next week, but the Bucs need to win here to make the season finale relevant. Dolphins, meanwhile, are out of the playoff picture. Chatter has surfaced about dismantling their roster in 2026, and so I think Baker Mayfield balls out here. He's got a full complement of players. Everyone's healthy, and the team's not going to quit on the season. Bowles is fighting for his job, so they don't want to lose this game going into the final game again against the Panthers. So pick the Buccaneers here. What are we covering? Like 6, I think?
Yeah, let me check what it was.
Yeah, I think we're covering 6.
Give me 1 second.
How many times have you picked the Bucs, Scott? Like 8? 9?
Yeah, it's a 6.
Too many. So we're going to go with the Bucs here. Backs against the wall. They got to make the playoffs. I don't think. What is Miami? 2 is out. So what is Miami doing? I think this coach knows he's history next season, right?
I'm pretty sure they're starting Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers over Zach Wilson, I believe.
I think it's
Or at least
Quinn
that's what they
Ewers.
did last week.
I think it's Quinn Ewers.
Yeah.
No, I heard the GM came out and actually said McDaniel's job is safe. I don't know. That's what he. McDaniel said his job's safe for next year.
I mean, they need a new quarterback. Tua's not the answer, obviously.
Oh yeah, they're gonna cut Tua.
Yeah.
If they can save some money.
Yeah, they're
By
gonna
the
cut
way-
Tyreek Hill too. They're gonna cut
Sorry.
Tyreek Hill.
For our wonderful fans, I sent a text last night because Scott hadn't sent his pick yet. So, but I specifically sent a text to the
Thank you.
group chat that I left this pick for Scott. I was contemplating it
Thank
myself. So I do like this pick.
you. Thank you. I
So-
just hope the Buru doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Who are they playing?
The Dolphins. It's the Bucs and the Dolphins.
Are the Bucs at home?
No,
No, it's in Miami.
And it's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I like you. I'm sorry, Scott. I like your pick. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Great.
sorry.
Here comes 8 in a row.
I apologize. I like your pick. I'm sorry.
I
I don't
apologize.
think we've ever had an 8 in a row losing streak before.
I apologize to the city of Tampa Bay
Yeah.
and the mayor. It's going
The
to be
Glazer
sad.
family.
Yeah, the Glazer family. Yeah, it's going to be a sad day. Sunday.
I don't like for Ryan. Ryan's better.
No, don't ruin it. We'll wait till we get to the pick.
I was gonna say. All right.
All right, let's hear from The Office picking the Bears for week 17.
All right, let me get my. I put this together really quick. I think hopefully it'll work. There's something special at the end of it that I think Dan would appreciate. Dan will really appreciate, and I'll explain it why it's so important. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but we're gonna play it anyway. All right, so week 17 pick. Here we go. It's the. If it'll fucking move here. Here we go. Battle of the best and the worst of the AFC East. I got Patriots at the Jets. Playing Sunday at 1 o'clock. They're on Fox. I thought Fox only did NFC with an NFC team, but whatever. So I'm taking the Patriots minus 13.5. I've always talked about the Jets. Jets just end the season. They might as well. They're not a good team. You look at the Patriots. They're 10-3. They're 10-5 against the spread this year. They're first in the AFC East. The Jets are 3-12, but they're 7-1, and they're the last place team in the AFC East. Look at some quick stats here. This plays out well for the Patriots. They have the 5th rated overall offense, 4th in passing. You look at the Jets defense; they're middle of the road. I mean, they traded away Sauce Gardner before the deadline. Expect some Trevion Henderson and the other Stevenson to run the ball quite a bit, and even probably Drake May to get some run plays in there. And then you look at the defense of the Patriots; they're 7th overall. The Jets are worse in the league in passing. They're 10th in rushing. But look, this is a great matchup again for the Patriots. They're 6th overall and run defense. So Brees I wouldn't start Brees Hall if you're in your fantasy championship game this week. This is pretty interesting though. If you bet $100 on the Jets to not throw opposing QBs not to throw an interception, and rolled it over week after week, you'd be at $1.6 million for the season. They do not have an interception.
That is crazy. I saw that, man. I mean, it's like a deflection. Like you could. How do you not have it? That's crazy.
Yeah,
the first time ever that someone go through a whole season without an interception.
Yeah,
I know one of the Eagles. I think went like 11 games, something like that. And I was bitching to Dan, but man, 16. Holy shit.
Yeah. All right, Dan, this is for you. Hopefully you guys can hear it. We know what my record is, right? 7-9.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can hear it. Hopefully it plays.
We can't hear the sound.
No. Give me a second. Let me see if I can turn it up.
Those famous last words.
Yeah, now we hear a little bit.
I'm not going to settle for that. Okay? I know what I'm doing. With 7-9 bullshit this morning.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I knew Dan, you guys definitely appreciate that one. So yeah, obviously Jeff Fisher there, great NFL coach. I mean, he was good. I mean, he was a good coach. His team was 7-9 way too many times. So I had to add that in there when I was doing the stats this morning. So, but anyway, I'm taking the Patriots minus 13. They are the road favorite at the Jets. I think they were. I think they're only like 2-1 as the road favorite. I think is what I saw, and the Jets are okay at home, but the Jets have nothing to play. I mean, the Jets. You know what the Jets have to play for? The number one pick. They're right there in the conversation for it. I cannot remember. I don't think
the Jets. The Giants.
Raiders are worse. The Raiders are worse. The Titans have the same record. The Browns have the same record. The Giants. And the Cardinals. So it's a battle for whoever's. I don't even know who the number one pick will be next year. So I have no idea who's even in the conversation for that.
You know, I was thinking I could do like how the Emperor when they're about to kill the guy in the pit, the gladiator, how he does the thumb. So for Ryan's Bob, let's see what Bob says. Ryan is safe.
Hey, you don't like my pick?
I don't like your pick. You're safe. Thumbs up for Ryan. like the Emperor in the gladiator battle.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was looking at it and I'm like, you know what? Like hanging out with my in-laws yesterday. My brother-in-law's in town with my sister-in-law and brother-in-law are in town. My brother-in-law and my father-in-law, they're both Jets fans, so it inspired me to pick the Patriots today for this weekend. So, I mean, seriously, it's the Jets just end the season. Yeah, somebody put a logo. Somebody put a Jets logo on a plane, and it can no longer touchdown. So, I mean, they give up so many points. I just think it's one where they've given up like 80 points the last 2 weeks combined. I think somewhere around there. I think is what it was.
I think it's 40. They got 29 last week alone, and they gave up 48 the week before that.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, the Saints blew them out by 23 last week.
Yeah. They gave up 29, 48, 34, 24, 23, 27, 20, 38. Their best game was against the Panthers where they lost 13-6, and then the Broncos the week before 13-11. But I mean, with the exception of those two games, they've given up 25 points or more, 23 points or more in all but 2 games this season. So, and the Patriots are just clicking on all cylinders. And the Patriots still have something to play for. You know what I mean? Like, they are going for that number 1 seed. They need to win. They need to win, continue to win to keep pace with the Buffalo Bills. So,
there's only one bye for each conference.
Right.
Yes, if the Patriots win, they win the division on Sunday. Now, eliminate the Bills' chances of getting one of the top 2 seeds, obviously.
And then they've got to keep winning because the Broncos won yesterday against the hapless Chiefs. Even though if you bet like Scott did on all the dogs yesterday, you would have won money.
3-0 on all the dogs.
Yeah, I wish I didn't really do it. I did one touchdown parlay yesterday, and the second game screwed it. So
I was only worried about the first game with the Commanders, if they would be tight enough to be within that 1.5, and they were within 1. But the second 2 games, I thought Minnesota would win, and then Broncos are not going balls out here because they already clinched the playoff. So all they have to do is win, right? So they weren't going to cover 13.5. I wasn't worried about that. I was only worried about the first game, and they were within 1 of the spread. So
yeah. So look for the Patriots to try to make a statement this week against their AFC East opponent. So
let's summarize the office pick.
The goddamn Jets.
We will now hear from BKO, the sports betting guru himself, who has liked my pick and thumbs down on the office pick. So this is the famous bet opposite Bob pick. If you would bet opposite him the entire season, you would be rich.
12. I think 12-4. Yeah.
You'd be 12-4.
Yeah.
So let's hear the pick for week 17.
What burns my biscuits? I have on my phone. I have like NFL app, and I have ESPN app, and I have Bleacher Report, so I get alerts all the time. So, when I see an alert, I think it's like real news, like somebody got hurt, coach got fired. So during the Christmas time, I'm getting all these fucking alerts about the quarterback gift for the fucking offensive lineman. Josh Allen got his offensive lineman golf carts. Who the fuck cares? I think this started, I don't know, like 5-6 years ago. We have to hear about every fucking quarterback and what they got their offensive line. I think like 5-6 years ago, some quarterback got their offensive line Rolexes. Who the fuck cares? And by the way, the tight ends block and the running backs, when people blitz, the running back has to block. Dude, if I'm a running back or a tight end, I'm going to burn those golf carts because I want a fucking golf cart too. It's always the fucking lineman. It's so stupid. I don't care. And I get an alert on my phone. I don't care what fucking quarterback got their offensive line for Christmas. Who cares? They want to make it, look, I'm taking care of my offensive lining, blah, blah, blah. It's so fucking stupid. So that's what burns my biscuits for week 17. My pick for week 17, I'm going to go with the Bills, -1.5. They're at home against the Eagles. Yes, I know that all 5 of our viewers know that I'm an Eagles fan. So I am betting against the Eagles. I just think it's tough to play in Buffalo. It's a tough place to play. It's going to be cold. Josh Allen, he's a great quarterback. He seems to sometimes put the team on his back. I don't think the Eagles' rush defense is very good. I think they're in the middle of the pack. Lane Johnson's probably not going to play. Nakobe Dean hasn't practiced. He's probably not going to play. I don't know. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it'll probably be within 3 points, like Buffalo 23, Eagles 20. I could see Josh Allen at the end of the game. They're down by 3 points, and with like 2 minutes left, he drives down the field and gets a touchdown to win it. I also saw a stat that the Eagles are 28th in the league against rushing quarterbacks. They give up a lot of yards on the ground to quarterbacks, so that Josh Allen's probably going to run all over them. And I know Dan says he's got a hurt foot, but after his hurt foot last week, he played, and he still had like 30 yards rushing.
Not going to run the whole game. And the Bills are last, are 31st in the league against the rush, by the way. And the Eagles are.
Well, it's going to be a close game.
And the Eagles are 6-3 in Buffalo and have won 3 straight games in Buffalo. And Buffalo is 1-4 against the spread at home. That's the home favorite. Go Bob.
But anyway, I'm gonna go against my Eagles. It's like a gambler, a true gambler says, bet with your head, not with your heart. Okay, so I think it's a tough place to play in Buffalo. A 1.5, like that is a great spread. I mean, I think if it was maybe 3.5, maybe I would have taken it. But I just think 1.5 is such a good number, easy number to cover. And like I said, I think the Bills are just really tough to beat at home, and they obviously have something to play for. They still have to play for the division with the Patriots. So I'm going to take the Bills minus 1.5 against my home team. Anyway, go Bills.
You dumbass.
Yes.
We will now hear from the 5-head of knowledge himself.
Okay, just looking at one thing first here. What gets my goat, by the way, is after the Chiefs lost and were eliminated from the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. All these people on the TV were burying them, saying it's all over. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. Blah blah blah. They everything is over. The sky is falling. It just seems so stupid to say that. Are you kidding me? They had one bad year, and they're going to have a high draft pick because they had a lousy season, and they don't trust the GM, who's actually done a great job, and Andy Reid's going to the Hall of Fame, and the GM actually fighting to the Hall of Fame to do a good job and retool the team.
Allegedly.
And then Brian was telling me on that show, whatever it's called. What's that called? Your show with Nick Wright?
First things first.
Yeah, they didn't even mention that the Chiefs are out of it. Like the guy decided to bury the whole thing under the carpet because Wright is a Chiefs fan. So he just didn't want to. It's just stupid. But then these other idiots on ESPN would say, "Well, it's over. They'll never be the same." Are they insane? They would never say that about certain teams. Like the Cowboys, for example, haven't done shit in 31 years. Yet they'll never say, "Oh, those guys are done forever. It's all over. Jerry Jones is an idiot. The Bills are only 5-3 at home." Stuff like that. It doesn't. I don't get it. I just think it's disrespectful to what they built there and what they did, and I think these people are blowhards on television for doing all that. Anyway, my pick as the only person who's actually at 500 here, amazingly. Hopefully we go 4-0 this week. At least 3-1 if Brian loses his. That way he can't catch me for last year's terrible record. I am taking the ascending Jacksonville Jaguars of all teams. They're usually one of the teams we laugh at from year to year, but they've won 6 straight games. Prince Valiant, as Brian calls Trevor Lawrence, has played pretty well. They had a very impressive win at Denver last week. Now, usually I don't like taking teams on back-to-back road weeks. Because I just usually don't like that. I think it's really hard to win road games in the NFL. But the Colts are done. I mean, old man Rivers, the Civil War veteran who decided to come back and play for the Colts, he can't throw the ball more than 30 yards down the field. He stinks. I don't know why Scott trusted him last week. He's awful. I mean, Brian sent me a GIF of someone shooting a duck, and the duck just falling right to the ground. And his passes. I mean, you can see it in the air. It's like, and then it just drops. No idea who that is. Stopped in the middle. It goes hit by like a stiff breeze. It was just so weird. So I don't know, but their defense stinks in Indy. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't stop anyone. They couldn't do shit. Too many injuries on defense. I mean, are out. I think the starting safeties out, the starting linebackers out, the starting defensive end is out. They're not going to stop anyone. They'll not stop the Jaguars.
And rightly so.
Pretty good. As Brian likes to say, the Jaguars can just play a shell defense, 15 yards back, knowing that Rivers is really not going to threaten him down the field very much. And if he does, because he doesn't have any football, they'll have the recovery speed to go down there and chase it down, like what San Francisco did last week. And you can play coverage. You don't really have the blitzing. They have a better rush than San Francisco. San Francisco's rush pass rush stinks, and they got to him a few times. Jacksonville's better than them. So he's going to pressure in his face. He can't throw the ball over 6 yards in the air. He can't throw a slant. There's no zip on this football. He can't throw deep. I just don't know. I mean, I just wonder what happens if the Texans win on Saturday against the Chargers. And that means the Colts are officially eliminated from the playoffs. And I wonder if they go with Rodney Leonard instead and say, what the hell with this? This was fun, but the party's over. And let's assume we have this young guy instead of this 58-year-old guy. It doesn't make sense. The guy, he looks funny in his uniform. He looks like a dad who put on a football uniform. It just doesn't fit him right. It's so unathletic. But you can see it last week how much he struggled. And I know the numbers are what they are, but a lot of it was garbage time. A lot of it was just because they didn't care. When it came time to actually play defense, they stopped them and they did nothing. So I think this is a 6.5 spread, I believe.
6.
6? Okay.
6.
I think that Jacksonville can cover the 6. I think they could win. This could be a 10 to 14 point win for Jacksonville. They still have a chance to win the division, especially if the Texans do win. The Texans would match their 11 wins, so it would put pressure on Jacksonville to win and win the division and maybe even get one of the top 2 seeds if they can. So Jacksonville will have to play for, whereas the Colts might have absolutely nothing to play for in this game. It's a shame. They had such a great season at the beginning, 7-1, everything was riding high, and then Jones got hurt, and everything went to shit after that. So it's kind of a shame they had hope. They had I think they had a 98% chance of making the playoffs, and now the chance of making the playoffs are under 5%. So they're cooked. So go with the team. So get your Christmas money and put it on the Jaguars this weekend.
There you have it. The picks are in for Week 17 NFL.
I forgot to do my. I forgot to play
Bob. We gotta get the Bob. All right, here we go.
No, Brian can't pick.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
I deserve it for trashing his Bills pick.
I forgot to do my touchdown parlay, my losing touchdown parlay. Real quick, don't bet on this because you're going to lose because I'm 0 what is it? What is it, week 17? I'm 0-16 on my touchdowns. Hunter Henry, plus 185 against the Jets. Chris Olave, plus 130 against Tennessee. Jackson Smith and the Jigba, plus 100 against Carolina. Trey McBride, plus 105 against Cincy. Jackson Dart, plus 245 versus Vegas. And Saquon, plus 110 versus the Bills. $3 will pay $642.25. But it's not going to pay $642.25 because I'm 0-16.
One of these days, though. You only hit one.
That's right. Sun shines on a horse's ass every once in a while. It's not shining on mine.
Broncos.
Well, you won like $400, like the first or second week of the season.
Yeah, that was a 100-yard receiver one.
Yeah, I haven't been that lucky yet.
Yeah.
There you have it. The picks are in for Week 17. So let's do the recap for Week 17 NFL. I'm picking the Bucks under the leadership of Todd Bowles, who is also the defensive coordinator. Go Bucks. And Office, what's your pick?
I'm going with the New England Patriots minus 13.5 against the New York Jets.
Buru, what's your pick? Buru, what's your pick?
I'm going. Before I say my pick, I have to apologize to Maggie. She's a Bills fan. Sorry, Maggie. I'm going to take the Bills minus 1.5.
5 head.
I just want to remind the fans, next week we're going to have our official Jeff Fisher Awards for the teams that are 7-9. So look forward to that next week. But I am taking the Jacksonville Jaguars minus 6 at Indianapolis.
Good luck, fellas. I'll see you next week.
All right, good luck.
Good luck, guys. Happy New Year. Have a happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.